Welcome back to my channel. This video is a little different from others on my channel. We're not going to talk about products or processes in this video. Today we're going to talk about your favorite subject, you. We're also going to talk about AI, probably the most overhyped topic of the day. But there's substance behind the hype. Now let's see how these two topics fit together. Hi, I'm Steve Murphy, and I'm a vice president at ARG. And while I work at ARG, this video is my own and does not represent the views or opinions of my employer. This channel is dedicated to helping technology leaders make great business decisions. Now, I've worked in marketing, sales, corporate finance, product development, and I can see the enormous benefit that generative AI will bring to organizations. The use cases are astounding, and AI will make a substantial impact in most businesses. Yes, this is going to take some years, but it will happen, and it will be a bigger transformation to IT than the emergence of the cloud. Think about that for a second. Yes, this is a bold prediction, and my predictions are not worth much. But think about what AI means to IT if it will be greater than the transformation that the cloud represented. This will be a significant change. And that means that most people in IT will have to make adjustments. The ones that adjust the most and fastest will benefit more than the ones that resist adapting. In economics, this is called first mover advantage. Those who innovate get a bigger slice of the market later on. Now, a valid criticism here would be, Steve, let's be real. My job is to manage servers or manage a network or manage a cyber posture. When AI comes along, my job will still be to manage servers or networks or cybersecurity. Nothing's really going to change. AI is just another solution or another platform. I really don't need to change much to accommodate that. And quite honestly, this may be valid, but I think it's also narrow. My suggestion is to view AI as a transformative technology that will change drastically where IT plays in the organization. Sure, there'll still be servers and networks and security, but how much of that will be done by AI? There will be huge IT opportunities in support of AI initiatives within the broader organization. This isn't just about keeping the lights on type of support either. Think of the relatively technologically illiterate masses within your organization. Now, I'm not being critical, just stating the fact that most of the professionals in other business units don't need to understand technology because they have you to serve it to them. We'll have the same environment with AI. The users of the technology are going to need technically smart people to interface between them and the platforms. The business units will need AI experts embedded within their organizations to provide assistance and guidance to set strategy and even to achieve their goals. They're going to need super smart people, and I don't know, with a background in maybe development to code algorithms. Others will be needed to write appropriate queries. So others will be required to integrate databases and systems. This is going to be big, and we need to plan to take advantage of the change. We need a plan so that we don't become obsolete. The plan should be one that will position us to thrive in this new environment. So let's take a step back and approach this systematically. Going back in time, the rapid evolution of information technology has ushered in transformative changes across all industries, fundamentally altering the way we work and engage. We operate much differently today than we did 30 or 40 years ago, completely due to technology. Today, one of the most revolutionary advancements we've ever seen is the development of generative artificial intelligence, and it's happening right before our eyes. Generative AI, powered by deep learning algorithms, has demonstrated remarkable capabilities in creating content, images, texts, and even entire applications. Generative AI is the creative AI, where you can ask the platform any question and get a thorough response in seconds. You can even carry on conversations with the platform, and it remembers where the conversation started and how you responded 4 or 5 queries, an unlimited number of queries prior. Now, as this technology continues to evolve, there's an urgent need for IT staff in general, and you in particular. You need to reskill in order to harness generative AI opportunities. We're going to explore what reskilling might look like emphasizing both technical and social skill sets that IT professionals will require to leverage this new environment effectively. Okay, let's review the opportunity more concisely. Generative AI focuses on creating new content rather than just responding to inputs. Rather than simply regurgitating what has been fed, it scans relevant information, analyzes that information, and draws new conclusions. It leverages neural networks to synthesize data, leading to the production of realistic images, texts, music, and even applications, as I said a moment ago. This technology has made remarkable strides in various domains, including art, content creation, game design, and language. As generative AI continues to advance, it's poised to reshape entire industries and redefine how virtually all businesses operate. Now, should you be interested in reskilling? As generative AI becomes more prevalent, information technology professionals will recognize the need to gain new skills. Additional IT roles often involve maintaining systems, developing software, and managing databases. However, the advent of generative AI presents new challenges and opportunities, therefore, that demand a shift in skills. IT professionals who adapt and reskill, as I said, can seize the lead in the application and implementation of these technologies. So, what are some of the skills? Well, first is understanding deep learning and generative AI in general. It relies heavily on deep learning algorithms, which require a solid understanding of neural networks, training data, and model architectures. IT professionals must become well versed in concepts like convolutional neural networks, recurrent neural networks, and so forth. I don't even know what these things are, but I'm going to have to learn at some point, probably sooner rather than later. This understanding and understanding additional concepts help you enable to comprehend the mechanics of generative AI systems, just like understanding the mechanics of a server. This makes you more effective in designing and optimizing solutions and models. The next one is data handling and processing. Now, data is the fuel of generative AI. IT staff and yourself must acquire expertise in data handling, including data cleaning, pre-processing, and augmentation. Properly preparing training data that ensures generative AI produces relevant outputs. Accuracy in data preparation and training also enhances the models and its ability to generalize across different scenarios. Now, model training is the next one. It's really more a model training and helping the AI optimize the output. So training generative AI models requires specialized skills like parameter tuning, optimization algorithms, and analysis techniques. IT professionals need to learn how to strike a balance between underfitting and overfitting the data sets, ensuring that the models produce coherent and accurate outputs. Now, this seems a little bit like what you'd expect a data scientist or mathematician to be doing, but I view these processes as more technical than mathematical, personally. Ethical considerations and bias mitigation. I'm not going to talk about the ethics of AI. Everyone can draw their own conclusions about whether or not AI is going to take over the world and be our downfall. But bias mitigation is not just about ethics in and of itself. Bias mitigation comes from maybe certain data sets that you've trained the AI on that aren't necessarily accurate representations of the real world. And so you have to be able to understand those biases and figure out how to adjust your model and algorithm to accommodate them. Now, generative AI can learn and then perpetuate these biases in the training data. So it's really important that experts can develop a strong grasp of bias detection and mitigation. This involves understanding fairness metrics, designing representative training data sets, and implementation techniques to counteract the bias, as well as significant or specific testing algorithms once the platform is trained. Integration with existing systems is another skill that you might want to investigate. Being able to integrate and successfully utilize generative AI with existing systems is going to be super important. This requires knowledge of APIs, data pipelines, and deployment frameworks. IT professionals should be capable of seamlessly integrating generative AI capabilities into any application or website or another platform while ensuring compatibility, optimal performance, and of course, maintaining security. So that's a lot of opportunity to reinvent your skills. The main challenge with this list that I see is that it's very speculative. You don't really know what you'll be able to work on. So you're not really sure what type of skills, other than the very broad data management skills, you should develop. Get that. So, what you can work on right now while you're learning the basics of AI and data management are your social skills. That's something that you can start to accentuate today, and they'll be valuable no matter what you're working on in the future. But why are social skills important relative to AI expertise? Well, in my view, most jobs that touch AI are going to be collaborative. Learning how to work well with others and in a team setting are going to be super important in an AI setting in the future. Now, I know most of you are saying, I don't need to develop social skills. I'm already personable. I play well with others. Yeah, maybe. But many in the IT space work in somewhat isolated roles where interpersonal interaction and dependencies and group dynamics can atrophy. It wouldn't hurt to brush up your game and put yourself out there to be engaged in some group projects, especially if they involve other people from other departments. Here's some relevant social skills that you might want to consider ramping up. Creativity and collaboration. So generative AI opens up avenues for creative exploration. IT professionals have to access their creativity to leverage the technology effectively. Moreover, collaboration skills are crucial when working with artists, designers, and content creators to collectively harness generative AI's potential. If you don't have any of those types in your organization, think marketing, client services, or sales. Communication skills is next. IT professionals will often need to explain complex AI concepts to non-technical team members. Effective communication is vital to convey the impact and drawbacks of AI on business processes and customer experiences and innovation strategy. Get comfortable presenting in front of people. Here's a quick personal story. I grew up with a stutter. It was bad, especially under stress. Standing up in front of a group was my worst nightmare. When I realized that this was going to hold me back professionally, I did two things. First, I joined a group called Toastmasters here in the US. It's a public speaking club. So once a month, I gave a speech on various topics to a bunch of complete strangers. I did this for 2 years. And then once I was more comfortable in front of crowds or standing up in front, giving talks, I volunteered to be a trainer at my company. We were growing rapidly at the time, and being a trainer meant that I had to get up and talk in front of a crowd virtually every week. Over time, I cured my stutter and my fear of public speaking at the same time. Get comfortable speaking in public any way you can. It will make a huge difference in your career. And, I just can't say enough about the opportunity. Okay, enough of the sermon. Let's get back to talking about you. The next social skill you might want to augment and amplify is leadership and decision making. As AI increasingly influences decision making processes, IT staff have to take on a leadership role. This involves guiding discussions about the use of AI, considering potential business implications, and steering efforts to yield the maximum benefit to the organization. Okay, next skill is problem solving in uncharted territory. This is a perfect fit for IT personnel. Generative AI technologies are relatively new, and challenges will inevitably arise. So IT professionals that already excel in problem solving and critical thinking, as you guys probably do already, like by regularly troubleshooting unique issues and devising innovative solutions to problems. In an AI environment, everyone will be stepping into the unknown. Those who are willing to tolerate some early failures and take some risks will establish a reputation as a risk taker and a trailblazer. All right, last thing. And this is not really an interpersonal skill, but something that you probably want to focus on in your development program. Fortunately, most IT people are already really good at this today, and that is continuous learning and adaptation. The AI landscape is immature and rapidly changing, as I said before. IT professionals, such as yourself, you have to adopt a mindset of continuous learning and adaptability. AI is going to be completely new to everyone. The ones who learn it first, fastest, and continuously challenge themselves to stay current with new developments, those are the ones that will get opportunities and have good things happen to them. So, generative AI presents an unprecedented opportunity for innovation and transformation across industries and within organizations. IT staff, such as yourself, have a crucial role to play to harnessing these opportunities. The need for reskilling is huge, covering both technical and social skill sets. The technical skills, such as understanding deep learning and data modeling and model optimization, are fundamental for building generative AI systems, but are also a little bit harder to attain until you actually have an application to work on. Meanwhile, social skills like creativity and collaboration and leadership are essential for effectively integrating AI into workflows and guiding its use. And those are things that you can start working on and gaining more experience with today. As the generative AI landscape continues to evolve, you have to be at the forefront by driving change. By reskilling, you can position yourself not only to adapt, but also to reshape the future of the technology within your organization and your professional future as well. As AI becomes increasingly intertwined with human activities, your ability to reskill and embrace the technology could put your career on a new and exciting trajectory. Now, if you want to continue this conversation or on this topic or anything else on my channel, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the description of this video. And if you got some value out of this video, please give me a like by clicking the thumbs up icon below. Thank you very much for doing that. If you want to return to this channel in the future, the best way of doing that is by hitting that subscribe button. That will allow you to find your way back at your convenience. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.